Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Rosendale, Wisconsin on this mid-May day. It's a spectacular day. We got partly cloudy skies. It's about 79 degrees if you can believe it. I'm having a hard time believing that. And it's a beautiful day to run engines. What I've got on the stand here today is yet another one of the engines that Chris, a friend of mine, sent to me. I've got two of his today. And this is the first one I uncovered from my stand, so this is the first one that's going to get run. This is a Jett 90 LX, I believe. Sport 91 LX, if I recall correctly. If not, well, I'll be corrected. Now, I have never run one of these engines before. Chris told me both of the engines I've got here today, he ran them both prior to sending them to me just as a health check. Now, I just happened to notice that he had closed the needle valve completely, so I'm going to be retuning the high speed completely from scratch here. I was hoping, or thinking anyway, that all I have to do is fire it up and show the engine to you, but I'm going to have to tune it. And the funny thing with this is it's got a remote needle valve and it's facing backwards, which is kind of in the way of my fuel tank. So it's going to be kind of interesting to get in there and run that. But this 91, I believe this is the Jett 91 LX, Sport 91 LX. I'm actually running an 11.8 prop today, and I've got Cool Power 10% fuel, pure synthetic fuel to run in it. Just because it's so beautiful and green and blue, I felt like running green fuel because I didn't have blue fuel. I may have to check what the plug is in this because I know I'm going to run using this plug, but I honestly don't know what that plug is at this time. So, without any further delay, let's fire this engine up and see how she runs. Okay, so as I just said, I had to open up the needle valve, and I think I opened it about 2 turns. Let's see how well it takes a prime here. It's priming very well. That should be very well primed. This thing has got such strong compression. I'm really hoping that my starter can get on it. So this screw is coming loose on the back plate, so I'm going to have to pause here and tighten this screw up. Okay, screw tightened. Let's fire this thing up again. Okay, so that was a very successful run, and it's funny, I just gotta say this engine sucks, and it does suck. It sucks a lot of air into this carb, and the first time when it shut down, I took a feel of the head and then the carb, and the carb was visibly cool because of how much air it's sucking in there, and the velocity of the air going in there really cooled the carb down. So in a way, this engine really sucks, and it sucks. Doesn't look like it sucked too much fuel. I mean, maybe half of what I did, but it likes this 15.8 prop, and it looks like it was peaking out right about 15,000. I think my our TAC shows 15,011, 15,110 as the peak on there. That was a peak, but for the most part it was running pretty happily around 15,000. I tried to lean it just a little bit more and it didn't increase any, so then I backed it off and then I riched it up a couple notches. So there you have your run. Very first time I've ever run a Jett engine of any kind, I believe, and it's definitely the first time I've ever had a Jett 91. It's loud and it's fun.